50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and together with my friend Sam Garlep, we're reading every chapter of my Harry Potter fanfiction that I wrote when I was 13. This is book 5 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Seven Servants. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Sam Garlep, you look great.
Oh, thank you, Mike. You look good. Your hair is a little bit longer than usual.
That's right, because remember, I'm growing my hair out, trying to get it shoulder length. Good to be back for another episode,
exactly
Sam.
The same.
Yeah, it doesn't really grow. Like, my hair is not... You know how you see all these cool guys who have like long hair, ponytails, or just like long hair, but it looks good? I'm not one of those guys.
I actually do think it looks good.
Oh, thanks,
but
Sam. I appreciate it.
But I don't see how it's getting longer than that.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, it has to get longer. If you keep growing it, it'll get longer.
Well, you've never done it, so maybe your hair stops growing.
Maybe my hair just caps out. No, we're done, guys. We're not doing any more.
I don't know. Maybe there is. Yeah, maybe
that's a phenomenon. Yes, Sam.
On the weekend, I went back to my old work.
The RSL that you worked at?
That I used to work at,
yep.
Which closed down.
Oh, grand reopening.
And they knocked down half of it. And then I knew they'd reopened it. But I was like, oh, it's a bit weird. And then one of my friends my friends have kids.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, I've just booked this place. Oh, it's actually the RSL. I was like, oh, that's...
You worked there for a while.
I worked there for like nearly 7 years.
Yeah.
Just not enough to get my long service leave. But that's all good.
Yeah.
I was like, if the RSL stayed open for like 3 more months, I would have been in there.
Because it closed, which forced you out of the long service.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. That feels like they did that on purpose.
It does feel like they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
And there's like some extenuating circumstance where you can access your long service leave early. And I asked the manager and he just laughed at me. And I was like, I feel like you're not meant to laugh at me. I feel like you're meant to like, you have to like write this down or something.
Yeah, that's what I said to the police after the guy drove into my house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, it felt like I was Harry returning to the graveyard or something like that when I walked into my old work.
Oh, graveyard of his parents.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But it's funny going to your old work. You're like, used to work here.
Yeah.
And the person behind them, I was like, huh? Did you? Oh.
Yeah. You do.
So what do you want? I'm like, oh, well, do they still have the the tap down there? Yeah, like, I don't know.
Mate, I know exactly what you're talking about because like
it is funny. I've been back there.
Every time I would, after I left Dan Murphy's where I worked for 4 years, the liquor store, like I would always just go in because it was around the corner from where I lived. And you do have this feeling, if there's a new staff member you didn't work with, you have to tell them that you used to work there. So you're like, I used to work here. Do you know Nick? Yeah, I used to work with. I only left like 6 months ago. We must have just missed each other. Yeah. Like you still feel like you're part of it. The other thing is like you act like you're sort of still working there. Like if there's a customer, you're like, what are you after? I can help you out. Like you pretend, yeah. I do that all the time. And then
I picked up the plates from the table and from our table.
Yeah.
Just like I was stacking them. My mate's like, Sam, you don't work here anymore. I'm like, I don't.
But then I went muscle memory.
Then I went to pick them up and I was like, I was like, well, I know where I meant to put them.
Yeah.
I meant to go back behind the kitchen and put them in the sink, but I was like, I can't bloody do that.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know what to do. I just stood there.
I would always go into Dan Murphy's queue and like sort of every few months, maybe I'd stop by there just to get something to drink. And each time there were less and less people that I had worked with because everyone slowly starts moving on. And then the last time I went there, which would have been like a year or two ago, I went in literally every single... because you almost forget how much time has passed. It's literally been nearly 10 years since I worked there. So like it's all these just new kids, uni students and stuff. And I walked in expecting to see like one person that I knew. And you just go to them, I used to work here. They're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah. is Nick still here? They're like, nah, he got transferred to Dandenong.
Or they go, who's Nick?
Yeah. There's just a new manager who's like, you bothering my staff? Is this guy bothering you?
It's like, all right. Yeah, I used to work. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I walked in, like, people like, oh, anyone you know working here? I was like, oh, probably. Actually, no.
It is funny because, like, when you say it to them, I used to work here, you expect them to be like, did you? What? I mean, the most crazy shit must have happened.
You're Mike?
Oh my God. Yeah. There's like a legend about you because, like, that's what you expect. But you're right. Like, if someone said it to you, you'd just be like, oh, okay, cool. When did you work here?
I do. I feel like then I remember when I worked there, people come in and go, I used to work here. Be like, all right, what do you want?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I wonder though, with Dan Murphy's Q, there is one legend that I love, which is that when I was working there, I'll change this person's name for privacy reasons.
So we get to change names in your stories. But when I do a subtle story, you go, oh, but who was it?
Let's say this.
So is Mel.
Let's say this person's name was Jason. Okay. Jason was like a lovely, lovely guy. Could get a bit hot-headed though. Ooh. And I was just on the shop floor and I noticed that Jason was getting into a heated argument with a customer. How? Yelling.
What is there to argue at Dan Murphy's?
The beer wasn't cold. The customer complained. Jason's literally, they are yelling and everyone's just sort of watching it. Christmas period, so it's busy, it's hectic. Everyone's just sort of watching. Customer storms out. Jason, in a huff, I just see him walk upstairs to the staff area in a huff, very angry. And I'm like, he probably just needs to cool down. Next thing I know, I hear a bang. And I'm like, oh my God, what was that?
He shot someone.
Oh, sorry, no, there's no bullets involved. Anyway, then I have my lunch break, an hour later. I go upstairs.
Oh, so you didn't investigate? You just,
no, I just thought he needed to cool down. Go upstairs. There's a dent in the fridge. Jason's punched the staff fridge.
What?
Jason probably stopped working there like a year later. I worked there for another 3 years.
Oh, but
there was a dent. Every single new staff member that worked there, I was like, oh yeah, there's a dent in the fridge because Jason punched it.
That's great.
And I do wonder if anyone who listens happens to work there. Is there still a dent in the fridge?
Or if you go to Dan Murphy's Q, ask them if there's a dent in the staff fridge.
Ask them if there's a dent in the staff fridge, yeah. Because I doubt they've replaced it,
Wow.
Fridge lasts 10 years or so. So, yeah.
When we went back to the RSL that I worked at.
Yeah.
Because a couple of my mates had been...
By the way, an RSL is like I don't know if they have that international, so let's call it like a pub.
It's like a pub, but it's non-profit for return service league
soldiers.
Members.
Yeah.
So all the profits go back to veterans, I suppose.
Oops, Sam's dropped his phone.
That's that was me punching a fridge. If you heard that sound. So my mates used to go there as well, like because now I've just said that it's not for profit for veterans. I might give my mates a few free drinks when
dude. Totally get it.
Yeah, we were not for profit as well, we were for profit. But then some mates have gone there like, wow, oh my God, and they've still got this ugly as carpet. I'm like, no, they've replaced the carpet, but it is equally as ugly. You're right. So anyway.
That's amazing. Hey, I wanted to do a shout out. We don't often do shout outs on this show, but I saw something the other day. Of course, every artwork for Harry Potter and the Boys, all of the 5 books has been done by the amazing cartoonist Dave Ferrier.
Yes.
Who is obviously amazing and we love his work. Saw recently on LinkedIn, Dave Ferrier has had a cartoon approved by Hulu. It's going to be on Disney Plus.
That is crazy.
It is
the guy who makes the artwork for Harry Potter and the Boys as a show on Disney Plus
is going to have. Well, in Australia, it's Disney Plus because I think that's how it works with Hulu in Australia because we don't have Hulu. I think it's different in the States, but the show is called Dino, which is I don't know if you know Dean Thomas, who is an Australian. He was a radio personality and now a comedy writer, and he created this show Dino. Also shares a name with a Harry Potter character, Dean Thomas. So Dean Thomas and Dave Ferrier have collabed. I saw it. I thought I have to shout it out because you got to watch this show. Those guys are amazing, and Dave does all the art for our show, which is awesome.
We're very grateful.
Very grateful. It's sort of like, if you were like doing a show and creator of The Simpsons did your artwork.
Yeah.
In a way, it is
Yeah,
like that.
okay,
Yeah,
great.
in a way,
Yeah,
you could say that. Yeah.
I was going to tell another story, but I realized that I'm sure I've also told this story before.
Well, just tell it.
'Cause it was-
Because Sam told a story on the Patreon, and I said, "We've heard you've told this before."
Yes,
Yeah.
but this was because we were talking about how you slept through when a car drove into your house and you like slept through it.
Yep, last week
And
on the
I'm
show.
sure I've told this about my friend Meg, who when we lived in the same building together, she slept through an almighty ruckus at her apartment.
I don't know this story.
It was a big, tall apartment building.
Yeah.
But Meg was her courtyard was on the ground floor, so her courtyard extended a bit further
Yeah.
than all the floors up above.
Yeah.
And I don't know, she went to bed at 8 p.m. this night and woke up, didn't know anything had happened. But basically the night before, someone was moving into their apartment on the 23rd floor with their new cat. It was very windy. And
No. Oh my God, you're kidding.
apparently the cat got blown off the balcony.
You are joking.
I'm not.
How windy was it?
It was, 23 floors up. The cat probably doesn't know,
Oh, because cats often like they'd risk like sitting on the railing of the balcony as well,
like,
right?
They've just moved in. The cat probably still getting its bearings. Anyway, it got
Would have got its bearings after that.
it got blown off. It fell, and it landed.
Please tell me.
Yeah, what? It landed on its feet and survived.
Well, I was going to say, did it survive?
23 floors.
I don't know. Crazier things have happened.
It didn't survive.
Why would you tell this?
The owner is screaming. Anyway, apparently made a big thud. Anyway,
Yeah, I bet it would.
and they're screaming, and then they're like, no, and they're screaming, and people are coming down and said they've worked out it's Meg's thing, and
It's landed on her balcony.
It's landed in her courtyard.
How many floors is she on the ground floor?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or like level 1 or whatever.
Oh
One floor up.
my God.
And then they work out it's hers. They're knocking on the door, bang, 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 bang. No response.
She's asleep.
She's asleep. They go in, they ring the
never told
doorbell.
me.
They ring
Yeah.
the doorbell.
Yeah.
Nothing. This is like you not waking up to a car.
Yeah, wow. That is unbelievable.
They go through the neighbors. They climb over into Meg's thing.
Wow.
They're like a meter from her bedroom.
So
And
what?
the neighbors, they're crying, they're screaming.
Oh my
they're
God.
whatever.
And she's just having a bloody good dream over there.
Then she wakes up in the morning, leaves for coffee, comes back, and they're there. They go, "Oh my God, you must have been out last night."
So the owners of the cat or the neighbors?
Like the neighbors. She's like, "No." She's like, "No, you were out. The cat landed in your." She's like, "No, I wasn't out." They're like, "You must have been out." She's like, "No, I was just asleep. I went to bed early." They're like, You cannot have been home. We were banging on the door. We were ringing the doorbell. We were in your backyard.
What I will
were
say
screaming
with
and crying.
What I'll say with her one is there was actually like a concerted effort to wake her up. Mine wasn't really like that. Mine was just a loud noise, but hers was like continuous, ongoing, and concerted.
She was like, I just had a big week at work.
Wow. What does she do? RSL? What's that?
She works in an osteo. She was just tired.
Wow.
But anyway, they were more annoyed that they're like, "No, you're lying. You weren't home." She's like, "I'm sorry.
I'm telling you I was home.
I was home. I'm sorry."
Wow. Wow.
There's a better way to tell that. And whenever I say
I
Meg,
love that story.
I honestly am like, please, can you tell me that story again? Because the way
That's
she says it is
a bloody
so
true
funny.
story with Hamish and Andy
And she-
TV show thing.
And they'd even clean. She went up there. She's like, "Oh, there was a little bit of blood."
A little bit?
Well, apparently,
I'm wondering if the cat even was still there.
well,
like,
apparently it didn't fully like explode and it was all just on the
poor
inside.
cat. Oh. Well, should we do the fanfic? That sounds like something out of the fanfic.
That's Mrs. Norris.
Mrs. Norris. Okay. All right. Should we do it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we should.
We could just end the pod here.
Not sure.
I always wonder if there was ever a chapter of the fanfic that was like really long. Would we do like half of the chapter in one ep and half of the chapter in another ep? Like we've never done that. Do you know what I mean?
But I also think I'd never know because
We never really check. Yeah.
I never check.
Sam,
Have we done that before?
We've never done that before. But maybe, the chapters are getting longer.
Or have we ever like not read the chapter?
No, we've never done that. We couldn't do that. That'd be blasphemous. Sam, picking up off the back of last week, an amusing chapter in which Derek, Dimmy, Mr. Charger, and Harry Potter find themselves all at Dimitri's Pizzeria, ordering a slightly too spicy Mexican pizza. And did find it interesting that Mr. Charger did say, despite all the stuff with Voldemort, it's good to see you guys. Because we have seen already in this book a hesitancy of Mr. Charger to take part in Voldemort's misdeeds. So, Sam, we pick up at chapter 9, and on this podcast, we always start by reading...
last week chapter 9?
No, it was chapter 8. We usually start by reading the title of the chapter, which this week, Sam, happens to be...
Oh, yes. Happens to be. Mike's just readjusting my microphone again. But I mean, you put it on.
Yeah, I know.
He always adjusts the microphone sock.
I always put it on wrong.
Hey, we've got different.
Yeah, I got some new socks because Spencer the dog keeps eating them all, which is obviously not good for him or me.
Oh my God.
He's not swallowing them. He just like bites them and rips them all up.
That's annoying.
You're telling me.
Well, okay, cool. Chapter 9, a letter from the ministry.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, that was good.
Week.
That was good. Okay, a letter from the ministry.
That feels like a normal chapter.
That's pretty normal. Pretty normal. No complaints.
After a beautiful night of eating pizza, Derek and Dimmy were ready for bed. But then... ... something happens.
Something happens. .d. Full stop. Sounds like it should have been happens.d.
But then something happened?
Hey, check out my site. Something happens.
It's happens.d.
Happens.d.
Yeah, I couldn't get the
.com.
.com domain. That's already...
What's D? Is D Denmark? No, I just made it up.
Just made it up.
I think that's the new thing. It's just going to be .d.
Yeah. Okay. What's that 90s sitcom about like the two guys, a girl in a pizza shop? Two guys in a pizza shop.
Is there actually a sitcom called that?
Something like that.
Oh. Cool. I've never seen it.
Oh.
Never seen it.
Sorry, I think it's called that.
Yeah, two guys, one girl in a pizza shop.
Is that right?
I've heard there's something like that exists, yes.
I was hoping you would actually know it.
No, I don't know it.
And then you would just say it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it's...
I mean, clearly it's not Everybody Loves Raymond. Didn't have that cut through. But, based on what I know of the show, I feel like Michael Fernando would have been great as both of the two guys.
He absolutely would not have.
No, you're right. He wouldn't have been.
He's a good guy.
Good guy, yeah.
Sure. Hey, I sent you a photo during the week.
Yeah, but Michael Fernando wasn't in that.
No, but your brother was.
My brother was in it. Yeah, I did see it. You sent me a photo of like because the weird thing is Sam sent me a photo out of the blue of my brother and various other people at university.
At the O week.
But you weren't in the photo.
No.
So you sent it to me being like, hey, I've got this photo of your brother.
Yeah.
But you didn't give me any context. So I was like, oh, okay. Like,
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, but why do you have that photo?
I was just looking through the Facebook album of the 2011 orientation week.
Like
every single
was
photo.
That your album?
No,
or?
It was on the uni's Facebook.
Oh, the university had that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you just happened to see that.
I went through every single photo. Well, I was looking.
How many photos were there?
Oh, like 300.
And were there any other people you knew in them?
Yeah. I then sent some to some other people I knew.
It was really weird. You've got too much time on your hands.
But I thought there was going to be one of me,
yeah.
And then I was looking for one of my friend and his wife who met in O week.
Right. Wow.
And then I realised that I was looking at the wrong year because he was the year below me.
Oh.
And then
who's that?
Tim McDonald.
Oh, of course. Oh. So he went to Melbourne Uni.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. But because the thing is, the photo you sent me, there was probably like 10 people in the photo, and I kept scanning through because obviously the first thing I saw was my brother. But then I'm like, oh, well, Sam must be in it. And I had to look over it like 17 times to see if you were hiding somewhere.
There's like three other guys from my school, your brother, and then a bunch of girls. I was like, hello, first day of uni, your brother's hanging out with some chicks.
Crazy stuff. Crazy.
Anyway, how things have changed.
All right.
Let's continue.
We'll pick it up. Something happens.d.
A letter arrived via owl through the window of Deathbird and Reapers, and everything became fucked up in the instant of an eyelid.
That sounds like a blink of an eye. Is what we were going for.
But everything became fucked up in the instant of an eyelid. I think maybe that should catch on.
New saying.
I feel like Mike, you might have been drunk while
This chapter.
You've had your first ever UDL or vodka raspberry. In fact, so much so that a surprising knock at the e-door.
It does. It's a drunk chapter. At the e-door?
At the e-door.
The e-door definitely feels like maybe a projection of what the future might look like. Oh, we've got e-doors now.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's just supposed to be at the door.
Oh, it's knock at Theodore.
Knock at Theodore, yeah. But yeah. Okay.
Knock at the door.
Okay.
Oh,
so there's a knock at the door after the letter comes through.
I'll be handling everything from here. The boys recognise the voice of the Defence Against the Dark Fart / arts teacher, Blayde Lockhart, talking to Mr. Reaper at the front door. Dimmy, just know you are protected under law here, Blayde said.
I literally have no idea what's going on. He hasn't read the letter, I assume.
Yeah, you're protected under law. I don't know what are you talking about?
What's going on?
Read the letter, Blayde said, hovering over Dimmy as he unsealed it.
Bit of spit. Sam's done a bit of spit on the
iPad.
iPad.
And you touched it, which was...
I didn't realise it was spit. I thought it was a crumb. Yuck. Just yuck.
Wow, I can't believe that. I'm going to read it.
Okay. Yeah, you read it.
Dear Mr. Dimatina, we are pleased to inform you that earlier tonight, a Patro-cum charm was performed in sight of 3 muggles, one of whom was promptly killed. We believe that you are inadvertently responsible for the death of Peter Washington.
So it is Peter Washington, not
Legally,
Yentelstein?
yeah.
There was a lot of debate about that recently.
Whose life would have gone on for good things.
Wow.
2 good things, yep.
This, of course, is a few chapters ago when Derek and Dimmy had to run from the Commentors. Derek tried to perform the Patro-cum charm, couldn't. Dimmy was successful, echoing Harry's journey at the start of Order of the Phoenix as well.
And Frog died. How did he die again?
He was hit by a car.
Oh, yeah.
A very muggle death for a very muggle boy.
Yes.
Or was he? Continue.
This is in breach of the underage magic provisions. Performing magic in full view of more than one muggle is in a completely public area is against the law, and as such, you will be required to attend a court hearing at the Ministry of Magic to decide your fate. Most likely, you will be expelled from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and forced to spend a fixed term at Deathbird and Reaper's Orphanage and Juvenile Detention Centre.
So at least he just gets to go. So he goes from the orphanage into the juvie, but as we know, they're all together. Which feels unfair for the orphans, to be honest.
And he's already in Expelled House.
True, he's already in Expelled House.
So you'll be expelled and you'll be in the... So nothing will change.
Nothing really gets changed.
But also, I'm also finding it funny in this legal letter where they're probably meant to remain impartial. They're like, yeah, so you'll have a trial, but you'll probably be found guilty.
Yeah.
Your wand will be snapped, and you will also receive a slap in the bum from a naked lady.
Ooh.
This is the letter. This is a new thing that we are just trialing at the ministry.
Well, imagine that, like, you get arrested by the police. Now, we can let you go. You do just have to get a slap in the bum from a naked lady. That's just something we're trialing.
Yeah. It's like, what? Sorry, is this like a really old law? No,
we just brought it in.
Yeah, we thought, yeah.
Just to get, jail's never fun.
And
we thought, what a fun way to end it.
So the lady's naked. You're not naked.
The lady is naked.
And it also says a slap in the bum, not on the bum.
Slap in the bum. Yeah, but to be honest, like, you would say, like, I'm going to slap you in the face.
Oh, yeah.
You're not slapping inside. You're slap in the bum.
That's
But you're right. Then there's you wouldn't say a slap in the arm. You'd say a slap on the arm, slap on the wrist. Yeah.
Wow, you're in someone's face, but you're
You're in someone's bum. Slap in the bum.
Wow.
Well,
mind blown.
Someone's got to debunk all that.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a new thing we're just trialing in the ministry. Yours fuckingly. Yours fuckingly. Melon Cunnilingus. Not quite spelled correctly, but Director of Misuse of Underage Magic, Ministry of Magic.
Wow.
So Melon Cunnilingus.
Melon.
Wow.
Wow.
P.S. I will be the naked lady that slaps you in the bum for the new thing that we're trialing in the ministry.
Because I wasn't sure if Melon Cunnilingus was a man or a woman, but I guess she is a woman.
I thought it was a woman.
Right.
Yeah, cool. I just got a message from someone, and the message was quite funny.
Do you want to read it?
It was from Daniel Cookrins.
One of my friends from school.
And it just randomly says, I am the best breakdancer in the whole school.
That's from Summer Heights High.
Oh.
Jonah says,
I was like,
I'm the best breakdancer in the whole school.
I was like, we haven't been at school.
So me and Daniel, who just texted, is like one of my best
Why
friends.
are you texting during
And
this?
sometimes we just text each other quotes from Summer Heights High.
I've got any text.
So I think that's what's currently happening.
Okay, all right. You were getting so many messages. So I'm just going to read it again. You're struggling. P.S. I will be the naked lady that slaps you in the bum for the new thing that we are trialing in the ministry. I do hope this is okay with you, and if not, you are free to nominate another naked lady, but it must be between me and Milkshake Barbarossa. No, Barbossa. 2 new female characters.
Well, Milkshake would definitely be female.
Milkshake Barbossa?
Yeah.
Or Barbosa? Let's do Barbosa.
Bit of Barbosa.
Or Melon Cunnilingus.
Who would you pick out of those two?
Look, Melon seems like it's her idea, I think.
It's her idea. She's pushing it. Give her what she wants. Yeah, fair. Okay. What? I had to perform the Papature Cum Charm. There were commenters.
Dimmy said, looking panicked.
Jeez, when I fired Gavin and brought on new management to get me a bigger role in this book, I was not expecting this.
He's telling the truth, Professor Lockhart. I was there. And so was CJ and Garth. They'll be able to vouch for exactly what we're saying, Derek said desperately.
At least if I get convicted, I don't really have to do anything. I mean, I just come back here.
Dimmy said, boys, I believe you entirely. Now keep your voices down. We need to play our cards close to our chest. The reality is, the ministry isn't safe anymore. Those commentors weren't sent accidentally. Someone sent them to attack you, probably for this exact reason. I hazard a guess they wanted to cast that, but they wanted you to cast. I hazard
You're right.
a guess. They wanted you to cast that Patrocum, Derek. The ministry has their eye on you and want to discredit you. They would have got a shock finding out that Dimatina cast it instead. It says the Dimatina. But
so they wanted Derek. Yeah, gotcha.
Worry not, for I will defend you at the ministry. I will be there every step of the way. You do not need to fear.
But who would have sent the... Oh, sorry. But
But who would have sent the commentors to attack us? Derek said. If I knew, I would have said.
Second time we've had that.
Yeah.
If I knew, I would have said.
That's funny. I was like, hey, I know that line. Blayde began. But whoever did it is no fan of yours. Many at the ministry want you out of the picture, Derek. And if you were locked up here at Deathburton Reapers for the school year, they might just have gotten what they want.
Wow. Okay. They don't want him back at Hogwarts.
Why?
I don't know. Because he was going to tell people about Voldemort or something?
I mean, that's what I still don't understand the second book, why Harry couldn't go to Hogwarts.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay.
Cool.
But why is the ministry so vigilantly saying that Voldemort isn't back? Derek said. Because
Derek asked, actually.
Derek asked.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Whatever. Just so the listeners know
what the text says.
Yeah.
Because if Voldemort's back, it's bad news for the ministry. It means more fear, more unrest. Ministry doesn't want the community in fear. They don't want to believe he's back because it feels so impossible. Even I can't quite figure out how he's done it. The story of his Horcrux is a legend after Potter defeated him, but all the Horcruxes were destroyed. It's something that people don't want to admit, that Voldemort outsmarted everybody, Blayde said. Now, both of you are to come with me immediately. I'll be taking you to stay with me for the last week of summer before you head back to school. And yes, Derrickson, you're going back to school. It's the safest place for you right now. In what ways is it the safest? Besides, I need to be out there looking for Voldemort, Derek said. Why? That's me. That's just me.
Because he wants to. Remember, he got the feeling on the train last year.
Yeah.
He just had a feeling.
Oh, yeah,
that's why he has a feeling.
You'll be doing no such thing. Leave that to me. You need to be in school, learning, playing, loving being a child. There are children. There are children out there who can't go to Hogwarts. They're sick. Stuck at some mungos day in, day out, until they die. Believe me, I know, I've seen it. Be at school, Derek. You do not need to play hero, Blayde said. Now, Messrs. Deathbird and Reaper, we will be off.
Wow, Blayde just like, you know.
He comes in,
he does his job. Yeah. That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
He's like a lawyer.
I just realized he's got 2 jobs because he still works at the ministry, but he also works at Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe as a time turner.
And I guess school holidays. Maybe he's got flexible working
hours.
Yeah,
true.
Deathbird?
Maybe he just does like contract work for the ministry now. But I think actually no, because in another chapter that he was in the newspaper commenting about what was happening, and he was like head aura for the ministry.
Maybe it's more of an administration role, head aura. You know,
true.
Does the rosters.
Does the payroll.
Yeah. Deathbird and Reaper looked jealously at Professor Lockhart as he grabbed both of the boys, walked to the entrance, and crack, disapparated.
Wow.
Suddenly, they were both at the front door of Lacey's house.
Lacey.
Until I read the next line, I was genuinely like, oh, who's Lacey? But Derek! Lockie ran up and hugged Derek excitedly. Dad told us you'd be coming. And Dimmy, don't worry. There's no way they're expelling you. And you'll never have to go back to Deathbird and Reapers.
Actually, don't mind it there.
Dimmy said, well, get in here. You're going to be fine, Lockie said. All of the other boys were there watching Star Wars Episode 18. What's for dinner? Star Wars Episode 18. What's for dinner?
Wow. The crawl text.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker is at home. There's a microwave meal of butter chicken, but there's also some leftover stir fry from last night.
A pizza menu on the fridge looks longingly at him.
But he is saving at the moment to pay for his new X-Wing. So, what will Luke Skywalker choose as darkness emerges from this terrible event? Because what was the last time? So clearly they're doing a Star Wars marathon. Because remember there was Star Wars, I think it was episode 12.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? Palpatine needs glasses.
Yes.
So it seems like they're just doing a lot of side stories in the Star Wars world now.
I mean, it is, which it's funny because you kind of predicted that then. Because that is
they
what,
are kind of, yeah, but they're doing
happening.
it on TV shows. They're not just doing iterated Star Wars.
You've done pretty well.
Hey, thanks.
I'd give you that.
Thank you. Star Wars Episode 18, What's for Dinner? Read the text Claire just sent. No, don't.
It says forgot to bring my something.
I think she said she's gone to the gym to have a shower and she's forgotten her towel.
Oh no.
Which I have done. I did the other week. I went to the gym, had a shower, and then I'm like, fuck, I don't have a towel. So then I just had to dry myself with my dirty clothes.
Yeah. Hey,
no other option.
We've all been there.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they were all watching Star Wars Episode 18, What's for Dinner?
And they were really starting to think that maybe it was time to finish up the franchise for good. That's incredible. Derek, Dimmy, Sam said happily. Great to see ya. Anyway, I'm off to bed. Sam headed to bed without another word. My dad's going to defend you. Don't worry. You're going to be fine, Lockie said.
I sure hope so.
Dimmy said. I'll be there too, Dimmy. Don't worry, Derek said.
You know, guys, with all of you here, I don't feel so worried.
Dimmy remarked.
Master Dimmy! Master Dimmy!
Gobby yelled.
What?
This is incredible. What I'm about to read right now.
Okay.
So Master Dimmy. Gobby yelled. He had just come out of the shower and he had forgotten a towel. What?
Okay, that is incredible.
What are the chances of that?
That is incredible because Claire just texted that
that she'd forgotten a towel.
And that's when you know you're onto something.
Do you think that Claire is
Gobby? God, I hope not. That is crazy.
because Gobby yelled, he just got in the shower and he'd forgotten a towel. So his dick was flopping around all over the place, even slapping Dimmy in the face.
And for whatever reason, I do imagine Gobby has like quite a large penis. I think that's his species.
I imagine it's like an anteater.
Me too. And I think he's running up to Dimmy excitedly and it is just floppity doppity dopping around. It even slaps him in the face. Like, that's intense. Hey Gabby, how are you? I'm a good. You're so fucked, Dimmy. You're so fucked. Sorry. Sorry. I'm a good. You're so fucked, Dimmy. You're so fucked. Ministry get you. You're so fucked. I'd be scared if I you. Even Master Blayde say he don't think he can save you, even though he's trying.
Gobby said. All of the boys were standing behind Gobby doing the hand signal of like, stop talking, stop talking.
You want to see some shadow puppets?
End of chapter.
Wow. Good to see Gobby still going strong with his shadow puppets, which never has really become more relevant in the series.
I kind of wouldn't mind seeing it.
Seeing some of the shadow pups. Dimmy is in a bit of trouble. Gobby making it sound a lot worse than everyone else is. So maybe there is a lot of concern about this. But Sam, that was a great chapter.
That was a short chappy.
A short chappy for a short king.
I don't like that.
Of course, Sam Garlep's comedy show. Sam Garlep on Ice. Sam Garlep on Instagram.
Yes.
Wait, is the show called Sam Garlep on Instagram or Sam Garlep on Ice?
Sam Garlep on Ice, but
then when I say Sam Garlep on Instagram, I'm telling them to follow you on Instagram. I'm just reading what's on the paper.
And my name is Sam Garlep. Garlepp. That's not an extra P. I just added an extra P for...
No. And then comedyfestival.com.au is the website.
Mm-hmm. You're acting like you're reading...
would you type in Sam Garlep on Instagram? Oh, no, sorry, on Ice, is it? Wait, so is the show Sam Garlep on Instagram? No, it's Sam Garlep on Ice. Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, I finally get that.
The show
such a weird
is
title.
Gonna be funny.
The show is going to be funny, but there's also a lot of heart. And that's what Sam does best. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode today.
I do the funny part best.
No, Sam does the heart best. He struggles a lot with the funny, and you forgive him because there is so much heart. So much heart.
I'm like that kid in Captain Planet.
I haven't seen that.
Captain Planet?
No.
Do you remember Captain Planet? The show? Captain Planet.
He's a hero.
Gonna take pollution down to the zero.
Gonna help him make a magic. Bad guys like to loot and plunder. You'll pay this, Captain Planet. Where the Planeteers? Where the pulling them to?
Saving our planet is the thing we do. Looting and polluting
Skywalker.
is not the way. Hear what Captain Planet has to say. The power is yours.
Wait, mine or?
Yeah, they go, wind, water, fire,
Avatar,
heart.
Avatar. No, it's not heart. It's Earth.
Earth is in there too, but then it has heart.
Heart isn't an element.
In Captain Planet, it is.
I don't like that.
It's an amazing show. It's about.
No, it's not.
It's about stopping pollution.
No, I want more pollution.
You didn't know any of the words of that.
Yes, I did. I sung along the whole time.
Oh yeah.
That reminds me of Timo Supremo. Do you remember Timo Supremo?
Yeah.
Rope Girl, Skate Lad,
yeah.
Timo Supremo. That was a good show. We got to watch that. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week for another edition of Captain Planet. And in the meantime, stay green, my friends. Goodbye, planets.
You'll pay for this, Captain Planet.
Oh yeah. Do you want cash or card?
Well, I suppose cash would be preferred.
Yeah. No. You got change for a 50?
Well, no. Okay, card.
Why do you say well before everything?
Well, is what I poisoned with my pollution.